Hey everybody, it's Marquita.
And I'm Gary. And we're coming here today.
Vlogmas Day 2.
Yeah, Vlogmas Day 2. Started off, this is going to be the history of Christmas. I researched some and didn't get to find a whole lot. I found just a little bit of history on it, but so I decided to go back in. Remember the meaning of Christmas?
I don't remember if we did this last year. If we did, we apologize, but we want to make sure that everybody knows what Christmas means to us.
Yeah. Remembering the meaning of Christmas. Question. Do you get wrapped up in the busyness of the holidays? Do you remember or know why Christmas is important?
Hold on for a second. Got clear memory. Sorry back.
About that. Okay, anyway. Even with Jesus being the reason for the season and putting Christ back into Christmas, we often forget that there is something special that happened a long time ago. Heaven came to restore our broken world in the form of a baby named Jesus Christ. At the birth of Christ, an angel appeared to Mary, saying, "Fear not, you are blessed among all women. The Lord will give you a son called Jesus Christ." And Mary said, "How can this be? For I am a virgin and know no man, and am betrothed to Joseph." The angel appeared to Joseph and told him that God was giving Mary a son, and for him to not be ashamed to take Mary as his spouse. In those days, the Caesar, by the name of Augusta, decreed that all must be taxed, each to his own town. So Joseph and Mary traveled to Bethlehem so Joseph could pay his taxes. Along the way, Mary became more and more heavy with child. When they arrived in Bethlehem, because of the soldiers that were there to enforce the decree, there was no room for them in any of the inns. And one of the innkeeper's wives felt for Mary, so she told them that they could stay in their stable. It would be warm and dry. Then sometime in the next few days, Mary delivered a son. And on that glorious night, a host of angels appeared to a group of shepherds to tell them of Jesus' birth. Also, a new star, brighter than any other, appeared that caught the attention of some wise kings that knew that the appearance of this star indicated the birth of a great king. So they decided to follow it so they could give gifts of frankincense, myrrh, and gold, and to praise him. The star was so bright that it shone both day and night. The trek that the kings took around 2 years for them to arrive there. Now, this is the history part of the thing. The first Christmas began being celebrated on December the 25th in the year 336, during the time of the Roman Emperor Constantine. A few years later, Pope Julius I officially declared that the birth of Jesus would be celebrated on the 25th of December from then on. That's all I could come up with on the history of Christmas, and just a brief synopsis of the true meaning of Christmas, or what it means to us in the biblical form. That's what Christmas is to us. There's a lot more to that, and if anyone has any questions on it and wants to know more about it, you can get on here, send us messages and stuff. with how to get a hold of us, and we'll be glad to tell you more about it.
Yes.
Y'all have a good night.
But I seen today on Think Tank and Hannah Cranston and I don't remember what the girl's name was that she was doing it with today. Came on there and see the title was the Christmas card. Like, this Christmas card will tell you everything you need to know about Trump. Something weird like that. Anyways, I'm not Trump's biggest cheerleader. I'm really not. Like, don't get me wrong. But they were mostly saying that saying Merry Christmas is like disrespectful to the other religions. Now, I can only speak for myself because I say Merry Christmas to people, but I also say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, or I say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year because that's what I grew up saying. So that's what I still say now. I'm 34, just turned 34, and I have always said it my whole life. So, like, I did say, like, if somebody say Happy Holidays to me, I say Happy Holidays to them. They say Merry Christmas to me, I'm going to say Merry Christmas to them. They say Happy Hanukkah to me, not being rude, not being disrespectful, I will say Merry Christmas to you because that's what I always said. Now, if that offends them, I'm not trying to offend them in any way. Because if y'all know me, I love other cultures. Hannah, will you please get that off of me? Thank you. I thought you were supposed to be making videos.
Oh.
But if y'all know me, y'all know that I love other cultures. And like I said, growing up, I didn't know about quinceañera, but I wanted to have a bar mitzvah. I wanted to have a sweet 16. I didn't know about quinceañera. If I knew about that, I would have wanted to have a quinceañera. And then Ramadan's is Christmas, right? Because I was gonna say I would want to have a Ramadan's, but I don't want to.
You got Kwanzaa.
Huh?
Then you got Kwanzaa.
Yeah, Kwanzaa. I did from the. No, I'm doing a Vlogmas. Please excuse me. Yes, you're supposed to be doing it on Daddy's phone.
In the bathtub.
You're supposed to be doing it on Daddy's phone.
Not in the basket.
In the bathtub.
You can sit in the bathtub and do
Use
it.
that white background.
But not in
No
the
water.
basket.
Yeah.
No, not in the basket.
It says no in the basket.
Go.
Who knows?
But I have always wanted to experience everything. Just, in my opinion, out of respect of everybody.
Go sit in the tub and do your video.
I wanted, like I always say when I get married, I want to jump over the broom. I want to step on the glass. What else? I say Jewish.
All the traditions.
All the traditions, basically. That's the only two I could think of is jumping over the broom, and breaking the glass. And I even, like, I'm too fat to be lifted up in chairs. I'm afraid of heights. So I don't need to do that. And then I think I watched 4 weddings where they were, a woman got married and her husband was from Scotland. And he said that, or she said her tradition over there, their tradition over there is, of course, you party, like it's, your wedding is all day. It's like from like 5 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the morning. That's how it literally lasts 24 hours. And you're just eating, drinking, dancing. If you need a nap, you go take a nap, you come back, but your wedding is 24 hours. But to show the end of the wedding, you light off fireworks for the bride and groom. Which I think hers lasted till like 3 o'clock in the morning, but it didn't start 3 o'clock in the morning. But I don't remember what time it started, but I know it was like, cause the other 4 brides, I think they were like, oh, we got to go to our own wedding, or not look tired. But I don't remember if anybody I can't remember the specifics. I don't know if anybody got married before her or she was the first bride to get married. But anyways, but yeah, so when I seen it, I'm like, I want to now incorporate that into my wedding because I think that that's very neat. So me saying Merry Christmas to somebody that says Happy Hanukkah to me, I'm not saying Merry Christmas to be rude to them in any way. I'm saying Merry Christmas because that's what I always say, Merry Christmas. If they say, and I might say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to somebody. Like, I don't know. Like, some people say Happy Kwanzaa. I say Merry Christmas. I don't say Merry Kwanzaa because, or Happy Kwanzaa. Is it Happy Kwanzaa?
Yes, Happy Kwanzaa.
I think it's Happy Kwanzaa. Sorry.
It's so new, I don't even know a lot about it right now.
Well, I just recently found out about it in 2003. And so, and I found out because, like, I was watching BET with Orville, my ex, and we seen it on BET, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And
when it first came out, and people started talking about it.
Yeah, and so
never heard of it.
Neither one of us knew what it was, and I was in 2003, 19, and he, I don't know how old he was. He was an older male. So he never heard it, and the 20 plus years older than me that he is, he never heard of it. And so here I was just 19 and I never heard of it. So we, as people say it, but I didn't know about it, so I didn't say it to people. And but so I say Merry Christmas only because that's what I've always said. That's my religion, and not saying Happy Holidays. Because if somebody says Happy Holidays to me that's saying, I guess, like, I can understand if I say Merry Christmas to somebody that is Jewish. I totally understand, because when somebody says Happy Holiday to me, that's like, okay, the meaning of Christmas to me is Christ. And if you take Christ out of Christmas, then it's not Christmas anymore. It's just must. So I don't, like, if somebody says Happy Holidays to me, I would say Merry Christmas, because Christ is Christmas. But that's just me personally, not being rude, not trying to offend anybody. But like I said, I would say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. But like, my natural reaction is to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's my natural thing, because that's what I grew up saying. When somebody say Merry Christmas, you go Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. And that's what I've always heard. So when she said that that's rude and people need to respect people, it's like, I'm not saying it to be rude. I'm not saying it to be disrespectful to anybody. I'm just saying that because I was raised saying that. Like Hannah, for instance, was born Jewish, so she was raised saying Happy Hanukkah, and she says Happy Holidays now, and that's her choice. But Merry Christmas is also my choice. So if she's saying because Donald Trump says Merry Christmas and that's a bad thing, I don't personally see it as a bad thing. And it's not because rudeness, it's because maybe he was raised only saying Merry Christmas. And like, I don't know the full thing because I didn't see the article for myself, so I can't defend her and I can't defend him. I'm just giving my opinion on what they were talking about, saying that it's rude to say Merry Christmas to somebody instead of Happy Holiday, but that's not my norm. That will me being fake will say Happy Holidays, because that's not what I want to say. I want to say Merry Christmas, and it's not to be rude. Like I say over and over, it's not to be rude. It's just because that's what I was raised saying.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. That's what I was raised saying. Back on Trump, this will be the first time in at least 4 to 8 years, that there'll actually be a nativity on the White House lawn, because he wants to institute that again and put it back out, because that's his belief. He wants to have the nativity out there. I personally like that. There's going to be people who don't, and they have the right to not like it and to be offended by it. Also, as far as the history, back to the history that I was doing, there was something dawned on me. I didn't find anything about it, but I know it for a fact, because I know that at least in World War II, Germany basically had a temporary truce on Christmas Day, on Christmas Eve night into Christmas Day, because of Christmas, out of respect for the U.S., which was shocking. He did it for us because that was our belief. And I thought that was impressive, that would be observed, that they would do that during wartime like that. Yeah. And the only reason I know about that is because of my grandfather. He was in World War II. And he verified that did happen. It was one night apiece. Both sides were singing Christmas carols all night long, each in their own language.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, hopefully y'all like this video. About to run out of space on my phone, so I need to delete some space and upload this video. So I was about to say, and as always, we will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
I watched the Fry Family. I swear I was about to say it.
But we probably will see you tomorrow.
Yeah. If y'all don't know the Fry Life, y'all gotta watch them. Mary, Fry, and Ollie Boy. Yeah, so I was about to say their outro. What they say every night. Anyways, hopefully y'all like this video. And like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all have a good rest of the day.
And like I said, if anybody has any more questions about the true meaning of Christmas, feel free to ask us. If I don't have the answers, I'll find it for you.
Yeah.
And any other questions you have, give us feedback. Let us answer questions that you have.
And let me know if y'all are offended for me saying Merry Christmas to you. Because I will say, if you say happy whatever to me, I will respond with the same thing out of respect for you. You know. But anyhow. Bye.